Spoiler warning, this video contains content related to Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 1, Episode 1. You have been warned. Star Trek Strange New Worlds has arrived, and while we're getting a new look at the adventures of Captain Christopher Pike, we're also exploring the expanded lore of the Kirk family, it would seem. Yes, James T Kirk is eventually showing up in Season 2, and being played by Paul Wesley. Well, we're not there yet. However, we do have another character of Lieutenant Samuel Kirk, brother of the legendary Enterprise captain. Officially he is called George Samuel, Sam Kirk, but typically only called Sam by his brother. It does seem like Pike and the Lieutenant have a good working relationship, judging by the interaction alone in the first episode.
Oh man. Captain.
Samuel Kirk.
But who is Sam Kirk? Where does he fit in the lore of the Star Trek universe? Stick around, we're exploring all the details. Welcome to Trek Central, and I'm your host Captain Jack. Before we dive into the main video, if you want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can of course follow us on social media for daily updates on the Star Trek universe. As always, please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, because if you're talking about Star Trek, then of course we want to hear about it. Okay, engage. With the conclusion of the storyline for Strange New Worlds' first episode, we are introduced to Lieutenant Kirk. The episode teased us with a name drop at the start when Pike boards the USS Enterprise for the first time after a long hiatus. Many fans likely thought they were about to squeeze James Kirk in a little bit early, but thankfully not. Arriving on the bridge is Lieutenant George Samuel Kirk, who greets Captain Christopher Pike. He's also informed his new boss is Mr. Spock, given Spock is the department head and chief science officer under Captain Pike. So what about the actor playing him? Well, that would be Dan Ginotti. The infamous George Samuel Kirk and his mustache are brought to life by Dan Ginotti, best known for his role in the CW's Reign and Hallmark's Good Witch. The actor has done an impressive task of keeping his Star Trek role top secret. With the exclusion of Akiva Goldsmiths' interview, there wasn't so much of a hint of his character being included anywhere. Speaking of Akiva Goldsman, here's what he had to tell the Rap about Sam Kirk's appearance in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Almost the whole show is made of Easter eggs. There are boxes and boxes of them. The ship itself is an Easter egg. For those of us who are weirdly obsessive about this stuff, you can freeze frame a show and find things. For those who don't give a flying F about Star Trek, it's still a fun show and a good show, and times an emotional show. And that's the trick. Are we holding faith with both audiences? If we're proportionally close, we're going to be okay. Originally appearing in Star Trek the original series, Sam Kirk was the brother of the famous James T Kirk. In fact, it was only his brother who called him Sam. Whether that might change in Star Trek Strange New Worlds does remain to be seen. However, all is not good for the future of this Kirk, as he does eventually meet his fate. When his brother undertook a new 5-year mission, commanding the USS Enterprise, George Samuel Kirk saw him off. It's noted that his wife, Aurelian, and her 3 sons also saw off James Kirk. At this time, Sam would mention that he wished to be transferred to the Earth Colony 2 research station. Strange New World's secret legacy character, Sam Kirk, was a Starfleet scientist, specifically a research biologist. Additionally, given we see him in a blue uniform in parts of the Strange New Worlds trailer, it would match the established lore. However, what does this do to Mr. Spock's position as Chief Science Officer aboard the USS Enterprise under Pike? Perhaps the two are working together. I mean, it's already been established Spock is his boss. The original series episode, Operation Annihilate, sees the death of Sam Kirk and his wife. Flying parasites saw Kirk and his fellow colonists on Deneva attacked. While his wife Aurelian Kirk managed to signal for help, Sam Kirk would meet his demise. By the time the USS Enterprise, under the command of James T. Kirk, arrived, Sam Kirk was dead. Additionally, his wife died shortly thereafter. However, their son, Peter Kirk, would survive. Akiva Goldsman, who wrote episode 1 of Strange New Worlds and is one of the producers for the series, did comment on Easter eggs, which we read out earlier. While not directly commenting on the appearance of Samuel Kirk, he did say the show as a whole is made of Easter eggs. Trekkies should expect boxes of them, even if the Enterprise itself is a giant Easter egg. Ultimately, the show is built for those who love the little details, and when you read that, it makes total sense. Casual fans are just going to see Sam Kirk introduced and think nothing more of it, while us mega fans are going to hear the name and go mental for it, because we love our lore details like this, especially ones that expand the canon in such a good way. We've also been introduced to the live-action appearance of Robert April. Actor Agent Holmes is taking on the role for the series. I expect Admiral April will appear as Admiral Forrest used to in Star Trek Enterprise. Ideally, just show up, do the mission reports with Christopher Pike and the crew, and be done with the job. In terms of Sam Kirk, it does appear we'll be seeing more of him in the series as it goes on. Taking a look at the trailers for all Star Trek Strange New Worlds, you can watch closely and see Kirk with the crew on some of the key missions. He's present on the Comet mission, which will be the focus of the upcoming episode 2 this coming week. I do wonder if Samuel will last the story with Pike. We all know that eventually, Pike will hand over the Enterprise, but even before that, Captain Kirk will be showing up in the story. As mentioned earlier, Paul Wesley is showing up as Captain James T Kirk for the second season of Strange New Worlds. It does make you wonder if the Kirk brothers will interact and what will actually happen. Don't forget you can now watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds via ParamountPlus in the USA, Australia, Latin America and the Nordics. Additionally on the CTV Sci-Fi channel and Crave streaming in Canada. International distribution has just been announced by Paramount Global. However, the streaming service will not land in the UK until June 22nd, 2022. You can see the full details via TrekCentral.net. So what did you think of Samuel Kirk's appearance in Star Trek Strange New Worlds? It is certainly awesome to get him showing up and hopefully flesh out the character even more so. If you do want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media or join our community Discord server. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper my friends.